I think that we're going to get hit with a solar flare that destroys this nation. And he may be right. I don't know.
I feel we're going to get hit with solar flares around 2012. I'm not going to say it's going to be on 2012, because everybody thinks with the Mayan prophecies that everything's going to happen December 21st, 2012. And it's not. I mean, it's going to be between right now and 2012.
It's already begun.
Yeah, and shortly after 2012. But yeah, I do feel it and believe it's going to go medieval. When we orbit around the sun, and we come between the sun and a black hole, which we're going to do. They both have gravitational pull, which is going to cock us on our axis again, because it happened again before.
They don't hit New York with a nuclear weapon, and there's a big air chamber under New York, which they can't find with a ground-penetrating radar. There's an entrance under New York, which they've never asked about, which I know where it is, but we won't go into that. That will cause an echo on the Earth and cause us to wobble, and we'll notice that wobble.
So we have all destruction. We have solar flares. We have the earthquakes. We have Thunder Horse. We have the economy. Everybody knows is going downhill. There's no hope for that. What do we, the people, do?
Well,
so many people want to believe in hope, a transformation of mankind. Well, it's not going to be a magical thing that happens. What do we do to make it happen?
We hold on to that hope, because that's all we're going to have left. We're going to hold on to the faith in a Creator. We're going to hold on to our hope. And we're going to go back to the old ways, and we're going to put down our hatred. We're going to put down our prejudices. We're going to come together as one like we were meant to be in the very beginning. Put away our egos. Put away our sense of all about me. This is what's going to happen. It's going to have to take, at times or at the worst, people are at their best. I will not let go of that belief.
So transformation is forced to happen as a result of these traumatic events.
Not necessarily forced, but a hard slap from the Father to bring us back to the true reality. And that simplicity, through simplicity you'll find your truth, and through your truth you will find your God, whatever you want to call him, by whatever name. This is what's going to happen, and this is what's going to take.
I think that sums it up. That sums it up pretty well. I mean, wow, you've been doing a lot of thought on this one. I've been exposing what's happening, but exposure time is over now. Nobody came knocking at my door to stop the sale of military records or stop the destruction of the planet, so somebody wants it to happen. And as they move down this road, you're right, we're just going to have to... I couldn't have summed it up any better. I'm speechless.
No, this is what has run through my mind pretty much from the beginning when I was a teenager and started seeing all this. And when I died in 1999 for 4 minutes, everything, wherever I went, I'm not saying I went to heaven because I don't know where I was, I went. But they showed me my life up to the time I died. They showed me the future, a lot of things I had seen on my own ability, but a lot of things I hadn't, but everything they showed me has come to pass exactly when and how they said, and I have no reason to believe that what else is to come will not happen, because everything else has.
So you saw the destruction of these cities on the East Coast?
Yes.
Unfortunately, so have I, and when I saw it, my face turned red and my eyes got bloodshot. And my wife walked into my office and she says, "My God, you've been sunburned sitting here." I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Your face is sunburned." And I said, "I'm looking at it's a really fat nuclear weapon in New York City, and I could tell them it's between two piers, not between two bridges, which is why I originally saw it. But I don't know if they're going to stop it. It's a 85 kiloton, and it'll kill a lot of people, and the cloud will spread over all of northern New Jersey and then float over to Europe and cause pandemonium. Not that the radiation will kill a lot of people, but they'll be scared to death. The government will use that opportunity to institute more martial law and more destruction. And
well, even astrology predicted beginning November of 2010, late fall of 2010 anyway, is where the major things start happening.
Yeah, that's what Nostradamus said. My goal has been, there's been a contingency of people in this country who wanted to preserve this nation. That's why they apprehended a dozen bombers between the 10th of October and the 23rd of November.
Well, I predicted 20 years ago I said there's sharks in our lakes, in the Great Lakes. I said there's sharks in the Mississippi River. Everybody, as usual, thought I was crazy. A year ago, they found out there's 11-foot bull sharks in the Mississippi and in our Great Lakes.
Oh, my God. You're kidding.
A rare form of bull shark up in Canada.
So wow. They had a problem believing that sharks in the Great Lakes and the Mississippi River and a few small lakes that the Mississippi feeds into, if they can't deal with sharks in fresh water, how are they going to deal with this stuff that we're talking about? But the thing is, it always takes finding bodies from shark attacks in the Mississippi. To say, wow, there's a moose. And they call out all these scientists and say, wow, these are shark bites. And they send divers and they film the sharks under the water.
They're always saying that the government doesn't expose anything. Well, a lot of people in the government are saying these things. It's just that the media is controlled by one man, Rupert Murdoch, and they release what they want to release. We have 20 million listeners. The best program in New York City has 4.7 million listeners on a good day. And they bring in $500 million of advertisement a year.
Unbelievable.
If you've got a show that reaches 21 million people, you're talking $1.5 to $2 billion in advertising a year. And yet Seattle is closing our show down. Why would Seattle give up $1 to $2 billion of advertising a year? The slush funds alone for the city council would put them in gold-plated houses. Because somebody is controlling somebody.
You're right. You're right. Transformation has to begin in our hearts. That's what's going to change mankind.
And hold on to their hopes.
That's right. We enjoyed having you again, Bill.
Wow, thank you. I hope I don't get you thrown off the air.
Don't worry about it. And hold on to the hope, because it does make a difference.
Thanks for joining us on Spirit Walker.
Be well, my friend. Be well, my friend.
We hope you've enjoyed this week's Spirit Walker program. Dr. Jeffrey Pierce and Cindy Pierce invite you to join us again next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Seventh Wave Network, and find guidance in your spiritual life.